way to New Braunfels, one of the fastest growing cities in the U.S. In fact, it's the only city in our immediate area that cracked the top 10 list of fastest growing cities in the U.S. The Census Bureau says that between 2020 and 2023, 20,000 additional people moved to the area. It's easy to understand why. It's beautiful. There are good schools in New Braunfels, and also the accommodations, the amenities are just beautiful out here. And so the people who live here are concerned that with that growth could come higher taxes, because leaders will have to keep making it possible to build more homes, have more accommodations to really satisfy the growing population in the area. Let's see what the people here tell us when it comes to the upcoming election. Are any of those issues going to affect how they vote? We'll see. Our first stop, a family-run restaurant called Avery's Kitchen. Come on, let's go. Okay, so tell me about Avery's Kitchen.
It's my parents' restaurant. Avery's my dad. My brother is also Avery. He used to work here, but he made a different chain up in Colorado. We've been here for about 5 years. And we've come to love New Braunfels. Business was really booming. Then we went through COVID, dealt with all those hardships, and things started bouncing back for us. And then just lately, the economy being the way it is, it's just slowed down.
What exactly is it? Is it food prices, inflation?
Yes, for us, it's our food costs. A lot of our regulars that used to come in, they used to come in. We had some come in every day, and they can only come in a couple times a week. It's just the prices. We had to raise our prices because our place out here has been bought about 3 different times in the last 5 years, and every time somebody new comes in, then they raise the rent prices for us. So, of course, our prices go up on the menus because we've got to make some sort of a profit, and it definitely hurts us.
This November,
Right.
What are the issues in your head that are motivating you?
More for the business, I think it's like overall prices and the food costs. We're looking to vote for someone who's going to fix the issue, those kinds of issues.
Inflation, economic issues.
Right, exactly.
Do you have hope?
I do. I think a lot of people are feeling the burden, and they feel that they need a change and they need to go out and get to the voting booth. I've talked to my parents about it, and they haven't voted, and I think this year they're going to vote, and I've registered them to vote. So I've even given a lot of our employees voter registrations cards, had them fill it out, and mailed it off for them and told them to look for their cards so they can go out and vote on voting day. And we're going to make arrangements for them to be able to do that, even if they're on shift to work.
You were saying that you were not a political person.
Right, I was not,
but
now I am. The struggle is real. Gas prices were worse, now they're okay, not as bad. But just the cost of food, even Avery's having a hard time with, keeping the restaurant open because of the cost of food. It's just going up. It's crazy.
You were telling me about your husband's job. Mm-hmm. And inflation affecting you that way also.
Right.
Tell me about that.
Yeah. He makes more money now than he ever has, and we're still struggling. Mm-hmm. Like, we should be okay by now. And I don't know.
Is it the kind of thing where you're living check to check?
Right.
And you're
yes.
still where is the money going?
Yeah. Like even phone bills are going up. Electricity's been going up. Everything, car insurance. The car insurance has really affected us. So.
Mm-hmm. So it's when it comes to this November, when you think of the issues that are motivating you to vote or not vote or whatever, what are they?
Don't know what to believe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to believe anymore. because they're always telling each other they're lying, and
Do you know who you're going to vote for already?
I don't even truly know if I want to vote. I don't know what's real and what's not anymore with everything all the crazy stuff that's been going on.
Does it make you fearful?
Not necessarily. Just don't know what to believe. Don't know what's going to happen.
When you talk to your customers and they talk about do they talk to you at all about the upcoming election or things that they're thinking about?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, what kinds of things do they tell you?
So a lot of our clientele are older. A lot of our clientele, they're either Vietnam veterans or they're war veterans. We have a huge military following at our restaurant, and a lot of them feel a certain way politically. And without trying to polarize our demographics or trying to polarize our clients, a lot of them are traditionally conservative, either whether it's fiscally conservative, and some of the things they're saying is they have a concern that small businesses like this will have a difficult time surviving under the presidency.
What are the issues? What's going to motivate you to vote?
The future. So I think about my daughters, and I think about their security. So that makes me think of crime, and that makes me think of who's going to be stricter on crime. I'm firstborn American. My family's Mexican. And to me, immigration's a big deal. It's a really big deal, and the amount of traffic we've seen coming across our southern borders is, in my opinion, it's absolutely ridiculous. It shouldn't be happening, and we're seeing it in our inner cities because a lot of these people are being pumped into our inner cities. So we're seeing it there. Even though I live in New Braunfels, it doesn't mean that we're not being affected. I'm originally from El Paso, which has a huge issue with immigration right now, whether they want to admit it or not. But I think about that. I think about the economy. I think about the 30% I lost initially in my 401k. I think about, from a business standpoint, I think about who's gonna back my future business up.
Our second stop is in a different section of town, right in the middle of everything. We're across the street from the Comal County Courthouse, and we're taking you to New Braunfels Coffee, a nice little mom and pop shop that's been open for about 30 years, where locals and visitors meet for a cup of joe.
When I moved here, when I was 8 years old, there was, I think, 3 high schools here, and I think we're at 5 now. We're gonna be at 5. It's unbelievable. We're just expanding outward, north and south, and it's terrifying. Which is tax-wise what it's going to be doing to us. I don't know what's going to happen when it comes to our local and city taxes. It terrifies me. When it comes to our state and local taxes, our quarterlies, what it's going to do. As a business owner, I don't know. It scares me for my wife on a state and local level. Okay, when my wife is not killing herself here at her coffee shop, or when I'm not Ubering to and from farmers markets, I'm killing myself. My teenage daughter, who's 16, she's just now driving. We're saving up for a car for her. We're breaking our backs, trying to get her a car, and we can't afford it. I want people to work, and I want them to do their part. But I also want there to be some kind of payback for those people that are working and that do have jobs and that do create companies. I want people to create companies, and I've created 2. I've built 2 companies. I started a spray tanning company with my ex-wife, and I created the candle company, which is doing well. And so I'm capable of doing that. I'm epileptic. I'm not driving, but we're capable of doing this. But people who aren't doing that are capable of doing that. So I'd like to see that, and I'd like to see our government reward those that are capable, that do that.
On January 6th, there was an insurrection, and I saw all kinds of assaults, but nothing like I ever saw on January 6th. And I'm I've been a Republican all my life, but I'm homeless now in that respect. I can't go that way anymore.
So,
It's tough.
are you comfortable telling me who you're going to vote for?
Yes,
Who are you going to vote for?
Kamala.
But you said you're a Republican.
Yes, that's right. And I also said that I was always a Republican. They drove me that way. I didn't think she was going to be as good as she is. And she is excellent.
Are you talking about the debate?
Debate and everything she's done since then. Democrats are not good politicians. Republicans have got it down in spades. But she's doing it, and she's doing it right. She's pressing the flesh, and you got to press the flesh. And some of this stuff is transpiring every day. She handles it very well. It's going to be good for the country.